We're live, guys.
Hello then.
Say hello to YouTube. All right, so today we're doing the Pros versus Joe's Challenge. We're doing Friday night field work. We're going to be kicking the soil's butt. With
Oh
me on the
yes.
stream will be Jamberry and
I am.
also Iowa Roadkill.
Hi there.
All Team Joe's. Go
Go
Joe.
Joes.
Right on. So I've been doing field work for about ever. Quite a while. Been fertilizing all of this. All of 57, 58, 59, 60. It's been a blast. I learned things about the guide and steering mod that I never wanted to know. It's been a great day.
Here we go. I finally finished planting this field.
Right on. Making some bales over
Yay.
here. Yay.
Okay, so now I need to check how much seed I've been using.
Oh, yes.
Let me
And you have refilled it.
Yes, once.
Okay.
So I did like more or less 8,000 maybe liters. Now I will tell you the exact number.
Well, you need to start planting on the east edge where the sugar beets used to be. And
Edge.
yep, and just keep going north south until
West.
I wrote it down somewhere.
Yeah.
So if we're planting that, should I go ahead and focus on finishing fertilizing that part?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So we are out of digestate. Do we want to start buying it, or do we want to start throwing some bales in the BGA?
Oh, really? We're out already?
Yeah, afraid so. Now it's gonna be a little time for sure before Jamberry can catch up to where I left off.
Oh, true. Yes.
So we have time to do some baling.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and stuff some bales.
All right.
I don't know how many it'll take, but
Well,
and I'm dropping some down here for you. So
I saw that. Yeah, I saw the trailer. So let me go ahead and get up here. Trying to remember where I left off.
I don't know where I wrote that down, Jamberry.
Well, if you don't know, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to recreate the wheel here in a minute.
Okay, I've used so far 7,660 liters.
Okay. I want to say it was something like 2,800 something needed to be left in. Let me get my calculator. Maybe it's still on the screen.
Oh no!
It is.
You
need to plant until you have 2,800 seeds left.
From the second refill.
Correct.
2006, is that?
2,800.
Okay, so it's not much.
Really?
Yeah, because now I've left 4,300.
Okay. See where you're at in the field. I think you should have to go past the grass line.
2,000. You said 2,800.
Yes.
I can't remember.
It's late.
It's late.
Here we go.
I'm
Start.
trying to drive a straight line here.
So am I. It's not working good.
Nope.
I didn't want to reset my GPS because I know getting it back is going to be a pickle. So
Yeah. I'm actually going to try to use that as little as possible this close to a moat.
Oh, that was rude of me. I'm dropping bales where he's going to be planting.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
thank you.
it's going to be about 30, 45 seconds, and then I'll be finished with what I have in the tank, which is all we have for
Oh,
digestate. So I'll swing around and grab the trailer.
okay, cool.
No. Whoops. Okay. Well, I'm done with that. So I'll go grab the trailer. Let's see. Here's good. All right, we're gonna go pick up where the.
I saw that, Mr. Planter, with your
Yeah,
antique
Mr. Plank,
wheels.
it's not my fault because I am
It's
and the
not my
game
fault.
is sitting. No, I swear you need to believe me this time.
It was the lag. It was the lag.
You know, in all honesty, it probably was the lag. So I mentioned this in my stream yesterday. There's this like bouncing lag where you'll go, you'll stop, you'll go, you'll stop. Fun times.
Very fun time.
I'm looking for those bales you were talking. Okay, I see them now. You're fine.
Skinny Road.
Yep. Whoops.
That's not good.
Oh well, no, it's not the worst thing that could happen this close to the moat. But I had hit the collector on a bale, and it just kind of floated right over the bale. So
Ah,
kind of lost a step there,
yeah.
going back for it.
Oh, yeah, Jamberry, you have to be careful of the grass over here.
It's close to the moat.
Um,
Yeah.
you need to do a header on each
Yeah,
end.
I will do the other at the end.
Yeah, I forgot to remind you of that. We can go back and plant grass back over there if we want.
Mm-hmm. Close, close, close to the moat.
You know, I am old enough to know what your singing, your tune is really supposed to be about, and it has to do with the jungle.
It does. Quite right. It's like close, close, close to the moat. How dumb can he be?
Watch out for that
Um,
bale.
yeah, yeah. So don't forget your swimmies. Ah, I have to work on that.
All right, now we can come back this way.
All right, let's see if we get a lucky bale. Oh, we got a lucky bale. There, flip it around here.
They've got new trailers they're trying.
Ah,
They're trying the sugar cane trailers now.
the
It's not going real well. There's a lot of starting and stopping going on over here.
uh,
Very,
well,
very.
that's too bad.
I know, I feel for
Me too.
them.
Right.
Ought to fly over their compound and make a video and post it.
Totally should.
Not me. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, that would be unethical.
I'll be right back.
Yep. So it would be really easy cutting around this moat. So there's a bit to coordinate when you're going forward and backwards, especially with the trailer. So I figured I'd just take it easy. We're not in a rush here. Not at all like yesterday. There's Jamberry over there. What's up, buddy?
There we go. Fighting with GPS.
Yeah.
I'm not at the moment only.
Maybe I think that might be why I like bale collecting so much. It's not as reliant on driving a straight line.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Which I've proven I could do, but I don't think I like it. I'm very on the fence about it.
Then especially if the area is a little bit hilly, the
Uh-huh.
blades could roll down a little bit or move at least.
Yeah, you get a little bit of that.
A perfect line, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we get a lucky bale. We got a lucky bale.
You do,
Oh,
you do know that you can flip that lucky bale up and put it inside the trailer.
yeah, there's it's a little glitchy though.
You can't take a corner fast.
No. And that's the only way I know how to take a corner.
Okay.
uh, he says as he repeatedly drives over the bale and finally gets it into the shed. There we go. That should be 50. I think I might go ahead and collect about 100 and then move it over to the digestate tank just to get that brewing.
Sounds good.
Driving fast near moat. Totally not at all worried about that.
Always ends well.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, there are certain camera angles that are a little more harrowing than others. And that's one of them. I think one of the things I want to do is once competition ends, I want to drive a tractor into the moat and see how deep it really is.
But it's not, the water is not.
It's yeah. We've done it.
Okay, so yeah, I'm new, obviously. Haven't had a chance to yet.
Although I have added a bridge down there, so you can't go under that. I don't think.
Yeah. Now, if it was over here, where the walls are a little steeper, go into that all day long. But if I remember right, the lake that's kind of we're in the default area, no man's land, is kind of shallow. That ramp I was telling you about earlier with the bunker silo is actually to cross that, and I didn't realize it was so shallow. Most small tractors could get over it really easy.
As opposed to some water where you lose your tractor.
Right.
Sorry about that. I had to finish chewing.
No worries.
What is your seed count up to or down to, Jamberry?
Down to 3,100.
Okay. And just plant right over the grass when you get to it.
Yep, yep.
We got all kinds of colors on the map now.
Yep. Let's see. Flip this around. I think I've caught up with you, Roadkill.
What?
I think I've almost caught up with you.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah. Snag one of these bales right down here. Grab a lucky one. Yeah, that didn't work.
I set you up with that bale.
You
I got
did.
it as close to the edge as I could. Oh, and if you do go into the moat on the north edge,
Okay.
the end of the row that I'm making right now is sloped.
Okay.
So you can drive right out.
Perfect.
Because when I was over there before I built the bridge, I would just dive right in the water and aim for this spot. So I did not make it. It was
No.
already there. That was a oops by Raznak. So I just exploit it.
Yeah, there are a couple areas that I want to go stunting on after competition just to see what happens.
Oh, we don't have to wait till competition's over. Where you want to go, I'll go with you.
Well, there's a couple of one, I want to go down the moat for sure. There's a couple of areas over on the pro side, not that I've gone looking, that are particularly...
I've gone looking.
They are particularly interesting in terms of jumping.
Oh,
that
I
one...
haven't published it yet, but they have one rock that they left.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it from here. It's over top of their buildings.
Okay,
actually, you can just see where the rock pattern is, but there's like 3 points sticking up in the air. And I had the quad track that we had originally to plow all the fields the first time. I had it parked up on top of those spires.
Awesome.
Got done with it and parked it up there just so they could see. Because they told us you can't get expensive tractors because they cost too much and you won't win the game with them. I was like, okay, really?
Well then.
Sounds to me like you said, I dare ya.
Well, that sounds like a gauntlet to me for sure.
Yeah, they'll hear that.
Good.
You are right next to that grass, aren't you? Oh, you're getting it just a little bit.
Yep. Am I...
I knew you'd get into it.
14, 13, 12. I'm gonna finish the row and that's it.
Okay, but we do need to have a cushion. The oops, roadkill calculated wrong cushion. So,
math. We need math.
So at this point, you think that's how much you need, correct? According to my number.
Yeah.
All right. I would say do one more row back.
Just to...
Well, I'd do 2 more rows, up and back.
Okay.
And then we'll have you start planting from the far side, the west side, and plant, what were we going to do? Barley.
My goodness, this map is going to be colorful.
And then we'll see how far that gets us. Oh, and you need to refill the seeds all the way back up. Well, you wouldn't need to, but you might as well because we're going to use them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's easier to keep track of that way.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, there was a bump there.
Yeah,
It threw you off.
it did. It bucked me.
Okay, so I need to calculate how many barley seeds we need to use. We need 2.04 plots of barley. Pull up Joe's harvest chart. Barley takes 3,188 per plot. Where'd my calculator? There it is. 3,188 per plot, and we need times 2.04. You need to plant 6,503 and a half seeds.
Where?
Uh,
Talking about?
in the field that you're in right now, we'll have you go clear to the west side, so
Okay.
left of you,
Yeah.
and start on that edge and work your way back this way. And hopefully you'll get to 6,500 before you get to where you're going to leave off. Because if you don't, we're in trouble.
Clear. But I think I will go sleep.
Oh, all right. We can take over.
Okay, man.
I mean, I finish soybeans and
Sounds good.
I think I will go. Yeah. It's already 2:30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
The sun's already working on coming back up. For you.
Thank you for being out here and being on my stream, Jamberry. Appreciate that.
A pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Well, you have a good night, bud. I'm gonna hop in the cedar as soon as I finish with the bales.
1.5 rows to finish.
Sounds good.
Oh, you know what? We should hop into the digestate before you start seeding over there and work your way back.
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
And I can jump off of the baler if we need more digestate.
All right. Well, we'll see how it goes. I want to kind of keep an eye on the level so we're not wasting any by hitting the capacity. Still throwing in bales in there.
You shouldn't hit a capacity. It should go to 8,000 or 800,000.
Oh, 800,000. Do you have?
Yeah.
Do we have?
We got 4 tanks.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We got 3 extensions.
Oh, we're good. All right.
Now, you do have to watch the gauge though, or the sign, because it does glitch and lock, and sometimes it locks at 200,000, and that's all we get. So
Okay. I'll keep an eye on that.
it needs a restart to fix it, and that won't happen until 2 a.m. Eastern time.
Okay. It's 2 a.m. Eastern when we're going to tomorrow.
Yeah.
Great.
It restarts every 2 a.m.
Okay.
Between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m., as soon as there's no one on.
Oh, I gotcha.
So it saves every half hour, and it'll restart if nobody's on.
Okay.
That way it doesn't erase something you've just done.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I wanted it to reset the other day, and I didn't know that's what the rules were. And I was the one on.
Oh, no.
So it didn't reset because of me, and I'm the one that wanted it to reset. And I told him, I said, it should kick my butt off and just restart on its own.
Yeah.
It should kick you off, save, and restart. And that way it doesn't lose anything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the way it works here.
No. No, it's not. But well, have we done the math on when we're flipping over to tomorrow?
When we're flipping, I don't understand.
When we go into fast time and then speed up until tomorrow
Oh,
when the day ends.
it's at 2100 hours.
Okay, so 5.5 hours from now.
Oh yeah, we got. I will be asleep by then.
Yeah.
I will wake up at that time, I guess.
Okay. Let's see. It's the weekend, so I might still have a chance of being on by then.
I started too early this morning.
Oh, yeah. Alright, that was some funky lag.
I didn't get any that time.
Oh, I got a lot of it. I got a piece of it.
Might be your connection.
That could be true.
I was in mid 40s before, and now I'm mid 30s. So
Strangely, I am in... Okay, there it goes. Now it's up to 30 for my ping.
you're a trooper, Jamberry.
Yeah, he is.
Thank
You're the Energizer Bunny.
you.
Still going. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plots you've planted.
Yep. So I got left 2,200
Okay.
liters of seeds.
I think that's a good cushion. I think we'll be good on.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, that was freaky. As you drove forward, Geek, I saw revolving or rotating through each bale. I saw a bale flash on and then off, and then the next bale came visible and then invisible.
Oh, gosh.
So it was like a circle of bales. Oh, and now I can see the stack in front of you.
Yep.
And
there
you
goes.
knocked it over.
I knocked it over.
I was waiting for that.
Proud day for my family.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's try this.
Where are you
again.
going, Mayor Jamberry?
Refill the seeds.
Oh, all right. Thank you, sir. You didn't have to do that.
Problem.
Yep. The grabber is...
Grabber locked up.
Grabber locked up, yep.
That'll do it. So you're headed for the shop, too.
Yeah. Evidently.
All right. We're going to at least have soybeans to harvest tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll be ready tomorrow.
I will be right back.
All right. So this probably looks an awful lot like what I was doing yesterday for this stream. It is different. Slightly. It's just the bales are so important on this map for the competition that you end up doing a lot of it interspersed with whatever else you're doing at any given time. So today it's field work, a lot of field work. Fertilizing, planting, plowing. We did plowing earlier. And yeah, it's just we're also out of digestate, so time to make some more. So Jamberry is gone for the evening. He's in an easterly time zone, so it's pretty late for him already. So it was
Yes, it is.
Oh, you're still here. Hey, bud.
Yeah, I brought back the cedar, which is full, ready for the next run.
Right
Oh,
on. Well,
okie
I'm
dokie.
finishing up this set of bales, and I'm gonna hop on that.
Doing.
Have a good pillow hug.
And I will hug so hard. Yes. And I also have finished the spreadsheet.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I
looking
made
forward to
the
seeing that.
dashboard. Yeah, now we'll send you a link.
All right.
And
Perfect.
yeah,
This is the new monster.
I made a dashboard where you can see the status of this viewer challenge, but it needs to be updated, regularly
Ah,
to be able to be live.
I'm right there. There it is. All right. Just trying to find the grabber on the map so I could reset it.
Oh, yeah. It was in the middle of. I always take off and drop it in the middle of a field somewhere.
I really
Yeah.
need to give that a try. All right. So I'm off to the store to get get the grabber.
Okay. I'm going to grab the digestate and start spreading some more on the far side.
Okay. Great.
So you can start over there.
Sounds good.
And we're going to have a miracle for you to see tomorrow, Jamberry.
Yep.
Well, what's the mirror?
Oh, I can't tell you that. It's a surprise.
Oh, you can do that.
Everything's going to be planted in pretty colors.
Right.
Oh,
It's going to be like flowers.
mm-hmm.
Here's a hint. Twins. Figure that
Twins?
one out.
Twins.
I can't even figure that one out.
It makes no sense.
It's just so he won't get sleep tonight.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Something else to keep you awake.
Okay, I have the link of the spreadsheet on our chat.
Okay.
If you
Oh, I see it.
wanna have a look and tell me if you're able or not to change any of to modify any of the data.
I clicked on it.
Because for now you shouldn't be able
It
to.
opens. You're currently signed in as, I'm not saying it out loud. See edit history of a cell. Got it. Stop telling me things I don't want to know. And you want me to try and do something?
Yeah, look if you can modify any of the voice, any data, any numbers or anything. If you can modify those.
No, I can't change the bank account.
Okay, and go in the second
Oh, there's more than one page?
entries, which is the page where we enter our data basically.
I don't see any other pages. I just see the one. Oh,
Yes.
there it is on the bottom. Okay, sorry. Okay. So I'm going to try and add some oats. There was a problem. You're trying to edit a protected seller object.
Okay. Yeah, basically now it's protected towards everybody except rare snack, but I will put you in the list as well for the update, so you can update it as well.
Okay. All right, where'd my tractor end up? Oh, shoot, I'm on the highway.
Question. I'm supposed to be planting barley in this field, right?
Over here where I'm at.
Oh, I gotcha. Over in the sunflower field. I think that's where I
No.
saw you. No.
Go to where the sign that says Joe's.
Oh, okay. I see you now.
All right, I want to do that. I need to do that. And of course, it's not where I want it. Set A 0 degrees. That'll work. And it doesn't want to go. Come on. There it goes.
And how many barley do we want to plant?
6,500 seeds.
Okay.
So you need to empty that,
Got it.
right? It holds 6,000?
Right.
Okay. Oh my goodness, the slurry tanker's at 98%. I didn't notice that.
It won't last.
That's why it's going so slow. No, that's the repair.
Oh.
It's almost 100% in need of repair.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna stop.
All right.
And go fix that because I could get another 2 miles an hour out of it.
Okay, I'll hang here.
I'll be back.
I'll be Beethoven.
And I'll actually
Chopin
top it off
for
on
me,
one. What was that?
I'll be Chopin then.
Oh. Come on, everybody wants to be Chopin.
Oh, I was going to say, I didn't quite catch what he said, but...
No.
No matters. It's not important. It's a silly thing.
It is silly. Yes. Who said it's not important?
Silly is important.
We've been spraying poop all over a field. We're
Was
Ooh, that was in bad need of repair.
we need a little levity. Stay sane. If we have any advantage over the pros, it's sanity.
I want to know if they're ready to plow in the sugarcane and go to crops yet.
Yeah. One wonders.
There's going to be a pretty penny right there when we get that harvest in.
Mm-hmm.
All those soybeans.
Yep.
I still see them going up and down the itty bitty row.
Oh, we'll be seeing them going up that itty bitty, up and down that itty bitty row for quite a while. You okay, Bird?
There we go. Back at it. Oh yeah, 10 miles an hour.
Oh, there you go.
I'd be pulling away from you now.
Good, I hate waiting.
You can't catch me. You can't catch me.
That assumes I want to. That assumes I want to.
Whoops. Jump over to another screen. I do not jamberry. If you're still on here.
oh yes, I am.
Okay, I do not.
All right. Anyway, I will update it every day.
Okay,
So
Cool.
no problem. Cool. Thank
do you
you.
like the layout, or is okay for you? You think?
Pardon?
Do you think the layout looks alright?
Um,
Spreadsheet.
I'm a little punchy at the moment, but yeah, it does.
Well, if it were up to me, I would arrange that spreadsheet in a fractal pattern.
It was.
And this is where you tell him to politely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, let me call today and let me go to sleep.
All right.
See
I'll
you
see you
tomorrow.
tomorrow, most probably, yes. Ciao,
Alrighty.
ciao.
All right.
Good night.
Ciao, bud. Ciao, bud.
Ciao, ciao.
Ah.
They should give us a receiver hang up.
Yes.
The click. That way you know when they're done. That way we can talk about him now.
Oh yeah. Well, he's still
He's saying good night to everybody.
Yeah.
He might not have seen mine. I don't know.
I'm getting a little punchy too. I'm planting barley, right?
You're planting barley, correct?
All right.
Well, you're not yet, but yes, you're supposed to be.
Shortly, shortly.
Get that GPS set up.
Oh man, that was a drop.
But it's easier than trying to get the offset. If you have no offset, it's easier.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. So this really comes down low, like slow. And had missed it.
What do you mean something comes down low and slow?
Or slow rather, not low, slow. So I missed like maybe the first few meters of the field by not having it on the ground by the
Oh,
time
that's
I
all
was
right.
off to the races.
You can go back over it. Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I got another jug of liquid.
There you go.
I am going to attempt to digestate the rest of this for you,
Appreciate that.
and then I will be probably bowing out as well.
No worries. In that case, I'll go ahead and finish this 6,500 of barley. And is there anything else that needs to go on the ground today?
I was going to put one pass of grass between the barley and the soybeans.
All right.
When you get done with the yeah, I had him do 2 extra passes of soybeans.
Okay. So how about I do an extra 1,500 seeds? If there's
Well,
space.
yeah.
Okay.
I would balance it out. In other words, I'm hoping there's going to be a gap. Let me know how many seeds you use in one pass.
Okay. Yeah. I'll let you know. I started at 6,000 at the start here.
Yeah.
So
And that'll give us an idea.
Yep.
And you have the GPS on, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then after you get to the end and pick it up, turn and count how many rows there are until you get to the soybeans.
Okay. 481.
You used 481?
481 seeds, right? And
Okay.
I am moving laterally down to the soybeans. Maybe 22 and a half.
Nice. You only need 13 and a half.
Perfect.
So, we'll call it 15. We'll call it 16.
Okay.
And you said 22 and a half. That's 6.5 extra. So I would do three more. So 40, 50, 16. I would do 19 barley. And then I would add 3 more soybean.
All right.
And then add more soybean if you've got more than. Well, you could put 2 passes of grass if you wanted to.
Okay.
So how many rows of barley are you going to put in?
You told me 19.
All right, cool.
And then 3 more soybean.
Yep.
All right. And then
That-
do you want me to
that-
just fill the rest with grass?
Yeah, it should be, if my math was right, should be a pass and a half.
All right.
But that way there's a buffer between the two.
Sounds good.
Where did I quit? Oh, there's where I quit. All right. I was worried we weren't going to have enough room over here.
You have nothing but room.
Well, we're going to run out of room when we get ready to do the last couple.
Well, we'd always go north.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
I'll have to do those computations tomorrow.
All right.
Because they won't come out right at all at this point.
Yeah, you had an early morning, right?
Yeah. 3. I
Oh,
think.
gosh.
3. So it's.
Yeah, that's an early morning.
Yeah, it's. And I normally crash at 8 anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a lag spike.
That was. I caught it.
Oh, is it 2 after? Yes, it is. That was a game save.
Oh, good. Everything to this point's in the books.
It's in the books.
Very cool.
I haven't looked at the overhead lately. I'll have to turn around here and take a peek at the colors.
Oh, go take a look. It's like a murder scene over there.
Oh, what our neighbors are doing?
Yeah.
Oh. Right. Cruise is set. Oh my God. I told you they'd be running over a row every time they did a harvest.
You mentioned. Yep.
That's a lot of lost product there.
Well, I won't tell if you won't tell.
I'm not telling. I want to see what their silo says for Phil. Do they have a sign up yet?
They should. I haven't gone over there to look very much. They might.
They're going to need more than one silo, so no, I don't see a sign. I just snooped.
Uh-oh. Shame on us.
It's these fumes I'm smelling.
It happens.
So do you record your live streams and post them?
No, so it's going right out to YouTube right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you recorded it as well.
Oh, well, yeah, so it so it goes out to YouTube Live, but it also stays on my channel as something you could go look at historically.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I didn't know how that works because I've never done it yet.
No worries. I haven't done much of it myself.
Oh.
So this was a really good kind of excuse for me to start. I had originally, planned to start doing live streams of coding in Python, which I do for a living. And I was looking to do like a quarantine let's code together or something like that. So I kind of started playing with OBS Studio to see how streaming worked, and then when this came along, I was like, oh hey, well let me go ahead and flip the button and post it to the channel. So
Cool.
it was kind of cool. Yeah.
So you're using OBS?
Yeah, I'm using OBS Studio. So one of the things I want to do is, not that anybody really uses much of the chat feature, but I want to be able to put it to the live stream across the right-hand side has the historical chat that's over on the YouTube page, just so that's also recorded as well. So if I figure out a way to maybe, I don't know, co-broadcast somewhere else, like Twitch or something like that, it can bring that over. If that's a good idea. I haven't really done a lot of research into that particular part yet.
Oh, somebody ran out of gas. There goes a fuel truck.
Oh no.
Hee. So sorry.
Oh yeah, there they go.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, go ahead and call it if you need to. I'm going to be at this for a while, so I could always pull double duty.
Yeah, I wanted to get this I wanted to get this done for you so you could just keep right on a trucking.
Well, drive in a straight line.
Bird just about hit me in the head.
Yeah, the birds so the birds are much like the cows. They seem to have been programmed by somebody who learned about birds from people who read books about birds.
And the person that wrote the book didn't know nothing.
Not really. Or they had a few educated guesses, but that was about it.
I really, really wonder how long they're going to be at that.
So do I. Them too, probably.
I mean, it surprised me how narrow they started with. Mm-hmm. It's like they knew something. That's all the more they needed. And I'm like,
Well.
But I don't understand it at all, so...
Oh, me neither. I know next to nothing about sugarcane, to be perfectly honest with you. I never played much with it in solo play.
I can plant it. I can watch it grow. and I can harvest it if I hire a worker.
Ah, yeah.
Workers aren't legal in this game.
Right. I
So.
am pretty sure sugarcane is one of those crops that entire save games have been abandoned over. I hear nothing but horror stories about it.
Well, you could always plow it in,
Great,
cultivate it in.
great cover crop. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, give your oilseed radishes a break.
I'll bet you have to plow it in.
Probably.
I bet you can't just cultivate it.
Yeah. So in a standard game, can you just cultivate crops under? I thought you had to plow them.
No.
No, really?
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, I have a little bit of a cheat, and I use that Lizard Subsoiler 6M. The one you flip around and you could get...
Oh, and go backwards?
Yeah, you flip it around, you go backwards, you get 12 miles per hour off of it, even plowing a field. So that is my sanity-saving plow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It helps.
Mm-hmm. So, in that...
Believe it or not, I mean, I've used that. I've got a couple videos with that one that I use.
Mm-hmm.
And I have accidentally put it on backwards. And when I've realized it, I've switched it around.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to do that on those videos.
Sure.
But my normal is a square plow does not exist. I mean, a 90-degree. I have to use pull behind angle, old school.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so one of those multi-furrow 45-degree angle ones?
Yep.
Yeah, I started with one of those on this last map I started playing on. The one I used came with the Massey pack, or the Ferguson pack rather.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's a fun thing. You have to go at it from different angles to get a full plow.
That's what I used on my No Man's Land, which I need to get back to, on PlayStation.
Nice. Yeah, I'm playing through No Man's Land right now, and you can't get me to leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was all about it until I started playing this multiplayer.
Well, I have a request into Alien Jim.
Sure.
And he's thinking about it.
Oh.
He doesn't know exactly how he would go about doing it.
Okay.
But he's thinking about making a placeable for me. Because that's kind of why I've gotten away from my video series, Humble Beginnings, is because I wanted something and I thought he would accidentally do it on purpose, but he didn't.
Oh no.
So I flat out asked him, and he's gracious enough. He's thinking about it. So
dare I ask what?
No, I'm not going to say.
Okay.
All right. It's one of the twists that I said my video was going to have when I started it, and
gotcha.
I've already figured out how to do one of the twists, and no one has done it on YouTube.
Really?
That I have found. I've looked at a lot, but I think I have something no one has done yet.
Well, you heard it here second, folks.
Yeah. It'll be a blast. It'll be a hoot.
That's awesome. So, do you record and stream off PlayStation?
I have never streamed.
Okay, but is it pretty easy to record off of?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
You hit the PlayStation button, and I haven't done it for a while, so I don't remember. But there's a button combination to make it start recording.
Cool.
And I can usually save. I think I might have had 8 hours at the most saved off.
Wow. Okay.
And then I dump it off onto a stick, and then put it into my computer to edit.
Cool.
So
Very cool.
This tank is not going to do it. I'm going to have to refill one more time.
One more time. You got close.
Actually, I don't have to refill. I wonder how much we have slurry. We've only got 100,000 slurry. We'll sell it tomorrow.
Oh, there you go.
There will be leftover digestate in this tank. So, I mean, if you wanted to sell the slurry tonight, go ahead and put it on after you've planted.
Do we have a slurry sell point?
No.
No. Okay.
Yes. The BGA.
Oh, the BGA. You just throw it in. Do you mean the silage?
No. The slurry.
The slurry in the
Yep.
digestate tank.
You drive right up alongside where you dump the, not where you put the bales, but where you dump the fork, the silage fork, or the manure fork.
Okay.
Pull up there, and it should give you the trigger. It's not a big trigger sometimes, but yeah, just back this tanker up to the cow pen, fill it with slurry, and then pull it over and put her in the digestate tank or in the BGA.
Gotcha.
It pays us 157, I think.
That's not too shabby.
Per 1,000. What's better than squirting it on the field?
That is true. Let's see. This is row 5.
You want to know what I would do?
What's that?
I'd go over to row 19 and plant.
You know,
and then work your way back.
You know, I was originally lining up there, and then I saw you didn't have fertilizer on it yet, so I said,
"Oh, well, yeah, you couldn't.
Maybe hold off on that at first." Yeah.
You can now, though.
Okay, great.
So, I am gonna flip this around and get the last little squirt here.
All right.
And then I will bid you farewell.
Sounds good.
Squirt, squirt, squirt. And squirt, squirt, squirt. Squirt. There we go.
There you go. All right.
It's a wrap.
Right on.
There we go. I thought I was locked again, but I wasn't.
Okay. Oh, is there any more mowing and baling to do?
Yes. The rest of this little half plot right off the farm that I was working on.
Okay.
I just jumped out of it, turned it off. I was going every other row, and then I usually go back.
I see you. Okay.
And
awesome.
Let me get up the map. If you wanted to go across the river, on the other side there is 2 swatches, or you could just save that for tomorrow when 3940, 4950 are all, they'll switch tomorrow and they'll all be ready to harvest.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense to wait for that.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, man.
Hey, of course. You have a good night, Roadkill.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
Bye,
right.
YouTube.
All right. Moving right along then. So we're planting 19 rows of barley. Now the row counter for guidance steering starts at 0, so we're probably going to go from 0 to -18. So we'll see how that plays out. And we will see how we'll see how that factors in with the soybean plot that's down the way. So let me count this up and make sure my math is right, since I am a little punchy right now. So that's 0, 1, Yep, 0 index. Alright, so now I got that in. Let's see. So that'll be my 19 barley. Then I'll have 3 more to do for soybean. And there's not going to be really a lot of... Well, there might be 1 or 2 rows for grass there. Oh, we'll see how that plays out. Go ahead and drop this and get on down the road. So it's going to be a solid bit of work here. What I plan to do is finish this 19 rows of barley. Have about 14 more to do if I'm doing my math right. Got 3 more soybeans, 2 grass, pick up some bales, finish mowing, and get them all in the BGA before the day rolls over. This might be a long stream here. So what I might do is set our cruise control. And then, let's see. Yeah, that was the wrong screen. Whoops. I wonder if there is a royalty-free playlist on Spotify or something. We could get some tunes going while we're going down the field. That would be pretty cool. Going through a lot here while my poor CPU. It's not used to this. So much going on. I do keep getting an interesting warning. It's saying YouTube saying please check the video resolution. The current resolution is 1152 by 648, which is not optimal. I don't know what it means about that because I'm pretty sure I'm streaming 1920 by 1080. I will have to go look at this when it posts for a playback. See if it looks weird or anything like that. I keep overrunning the field, so what I might do is switch gears here a little bit and send a head row down here. Give me a little cushion to stop the planter before it goes off into the grass. Real precision farming here, yo. Alright, gonna go ahead and flip this around to 90. Okay. I'm glad I actually got that last row planted because I just realized this is going to reset my row counter. Great. Go ahead and get lined up here. Drop it. Yeah, also when this planter goes down, or rather this seeder lowers, it takes forever. There are definitely implements that work a lot faster than this thing. Really funky looking though. Alright, that's my headland pass. I'll go ahead and flip it around over here. It's kind of a bit of an experiment. I want to see if resetting the GPS back to its original cardinal value will reset the row counter to this being 0. Yeah, it did. Excellent. Alright, so this will be accurate. We'll be able to kind of track how much we have to do. Oh, you know what? Being an idiot here. So I probably want to do the same kind of operation headland pass over on the other side as well. And give a little cushion over there too. It's fine now because when we go forward and we crash into the Joe's kind of area over here, I'll show you what I mean there by the Joe's area. When we crash into that, we don't own the land, so it's not going to actually drop any seed. But when we get further down over this way, over by where we planted sunflowers, we do own that land, so I'm going to drop seed into the grass over there. Don't necessarily want to do that. This is what I mean by the Joe's area, which I thought was pretty cool. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this back around. If there is a... I think this rotates the cardinal direction, but I never really know for sure. I haven't really played with that button. If it does, that would be very cool. Play with that in a little bit. Maybe maybe the next time I turn around, we'll see what that button does. Go ahead and drop that here. I should set a key binding to cruise control. Whatever enhanced speed control mod that's in use on this multiplayer server, it overwrites my key bindings or my button bindings, which really messes me up since I play single player so often. They're kind of ingrained in the muscle memory. Looks like there is something already planted there. I wonder what that could be. Oh, let's get out and check. Barley here. Well, that's good. That's what I planted. Well, grass, I guess. Maybe that's where it just didn't grow, or it got clipped by something. Maybe when earlier today when Roadkill was plowing. Interesting. Alright, let's hop back in the machine. And let's get on down the road. So click this here. It did, it worked. That's cool. Well, that makes it really interesting. Whenever I cut into fields, I cut in 0 and 90 degree directions, so that really makes it Easy. Cool. That was the wrong button, obviously. It would be helpful if I turned GPS on. I think I might be tired too, yo. I'll get this piece. It will be gotten. There we go. We are getting on down the road here. It's interesting perspective when we have this minimal draw distance that I have my machine set to right now. We can see whenever there's been digestate sprayed, it shows like the original terrain pattern. Like this was all grass before we plowed over it to start planting our fields. So you could kind of see that further than what the what the map draws or what the system draws. That's kind of interesting. Good view of our farm there. Cool. Got the pros farm somewhere over there. It's a little too far for it to draw. Go see someday. See all that out there? None of that will be mine one day. I got ambitions, yo. Yep, 5 more rows to go, I think. Maybe 6. Maybe 10. I think my counter got reset somewhere along the line. Looks like there's about 2 hours before it gets dark, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend maybe at most another half an hour on this, and then I'm going to break away from this and go finish the baling, because that is a little bit sketchy when the sun starts going down, especially as close as we are to that moat. Not that I'm particularly worried about the moat right now, it just takes time to reset stuff. Yeah, we may have about 3 more passes before we have to go buy more seed. Cool. Switch to the inside view here for a second. Get a look at how this view looks. I wonder what these are. Are these like air conditioning vents maybe? Don't know. Funny thing is, as much time as I spend kicking around in a virtual tractor, I've never actually been in one. The closest one I've ever been, closest thing I've been to it is a, I don't know, maybe a riding lawnmower. I don't know if there's any great comparison, but it has levers over on the side like this one does. No, not even remotely. All right, got the time down there. Let's take a look at the map here. All right, got some grass to mow over here. Keep on planting here. A lot of barley, soybeans here. Maybe a strip of grass, time permitting. Yeah, there we go. I think while that's doing that, I will, let's see. Maybe I can set up some interesting features on the stream here. One thing I do want to do is across the side there, if I could get some kind of transparency going so it doesn't block the gauges, it'd be pretty cool to have like the YouTube chat there. I'm gonna go ahead and do some Googling there. I gotta find my channel link here. There it is. All right. Go ahead, spin this bad boy around. Do we have weeds already? Overachieving. How about that? I think we'll get it sprayed in the morning. Alright, cruise control set again. And... Go into properties. Now I need my channel. It's saying something here about a custom URL. That would be kind of cool. I should look into that at some point. So if anything, I'll be able to find my own channel. That would be nice. Alright, so I'm going to set maybe a height of 1420 by 300. That could be cool. Let's see. No, it's still a little too tall. We're blocking out the gauge here. Maybe it would make more sense to put it off to the left. That might work. I'm gonna have to get the tractor fixed here in a minute. I think I'm losing a little bit of speed there. Yeah, you know, this makes a little more sense if it's off to the left. Kind of stick it here, like above the, like just to the right of this, but above the map. So the map, I like having the map open. It's kind of useful. Yeah, that works. Go ahead and flip this around. Looks like I'm just barely going to have enough for the next pass. Have maybe about 40 or 50 seeds left when I'm done with this one. Whoops. There we go. All right, let's turn this on. Yeah, it gives this funny live chat not available thing. Good, turn that back off. Maybe there's another way to do it. I'll keep looking around. Well, maybe I did that wrong. So evidently it's supposed to be gaming.youtube and then your channel link. So let's change it to that and see what happens there. Nope, still doing that live chat unavailable thing. Maybe someone has to say something. Or not. Nope, still showing live chat unavailable. So we'll turn that back off. We'll figure out some way to do it. I'll run a test stream later on. Or, I'll look at it right now since not a lot to do when rowing. Yeah, this actually is something I'm going to have to look at later. Alright, moving right along. Oh, that was smooth. Nope, still missed. Now, I just realized whenever I flip away from the stream, it also kills the audio too. Sorry about that, y'all. Catching a pro, hauling down the road, doing some bailing evidently. And I'm out of seeds. This really is a nice map. Even when you have the trees and the rocks gone, it's still nice terrain features. That's cool. Oh, why did I come this way? Looks like might be able to swing in here. Oh no. That wasn't good. You okay, tree? Sorry about that. Let's get the cover open. Well, that's a recognizable semi. That was fast. Gotta love it. If you're watching my stream, thank you for that. If you're on the pros team and you're spying, sure, glad you're here too. Say hi in the chat. Got some seeds. Go ahead and get this unfolded, and gonna go back to work here. Thankfully, it's not a super long drive. Thought I heard an engine start over here. I did not. That hill is a daunting hill. Alright, while I'm here, go ahead and take a short moment to set some key bindings. So we'll go down here. I think the mod is EV. I'm gonna go ahead and look for the speed control, because one particular mod in this game has overwritten the normal toggle cruise control thing. There is speed control. So since I'll just use the max speed for whatever the working width is, I'll go ahead and set that to that same kind of same button I use for toggle cruise control. So nice and easy to remember. Let's see here. For shifting, just in case. Yeah, so that's, I don't see it, but that's okay. So what else did I want to? Right, guide and steering. Go ahead. Oh, nope, not that one. There we go. We'll do left button, right button, and down. That should stay out of the way of other things. So then we'll shift right, the left button, right button, and right, which is radio, which I don't want to do that. So you know what? I'll just save that, and I will be happy. That didn't work at all. Alright, back here, down to guide and steering. Oh, that would be why. I set the wrong one. It should be down here. Save that. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Boom. Yeah, so it'd be good if it was on. That was such a Joe move right there. Alright, we're back to it. There's another pro going off somewhere. Vanishing. Exploits. Let's see. So 453. If I remember yesterday, it was about 6:53 or 6:30 when it started getting dark. So, let's see here. So that's going to be about 20-25 minutes of mowing. Well, maybe a little longer. Maybe 45 minutes of mowing, then about 20 minutes to collect the bales. So at about 5:30, when the clock up here gets to be 17:30, I'll go ahead and break off from this and then go back to baling. So I'll finish up these last, this will be another 4 rows or so. And then on to the next thing, which, depending on the time, will be the 2 rows of soybean. I think 2 rows of soybean. I'll have to double check my notes on that. Well, it'll be the bean and it'll be grass. And then off to baling. Now, depending on what time I finish that up, I want to go ahead and also get the bales into the BGA. Kind of clear out the shed. See, get us into a good position when we flip over to the next day. I think that's a good plan. I hope it's enough. The pros are really busy over there. Now, all joking aside about the sugar cane. Oh, hey, buddy. You lost? Hey, that looks like silage to me. If you want a BGA to dump it in, you could use ours. What is a client doing anyway? He is using ours. Guess theirs is busy? Not sure about that. Okay. You know, Farmer Klein, if you want the 10-cent tour, you could just ask. We'll even cut you a break, 50% off. It'll be the 5-cent tour. Using our wheel loader too. So I guess mi casa es su casa? Sure. Hello, Feet. How are you doing today? Oh yeah, there he is. There's Darren. Yeah, beep beep, buddy. Oh, that is fair. We paid them a visit earlier today. So don't think it was on the live stream, but I think it was just before the live stream we went to kind of see the sugarcane setup. Sure thing, Feet. Let me know if you have any questions. How are things looking over there on their stream, by the way? Have they been having a good time with the sugarcane? I would imagine not, since they switched over to baling. It did. I to give a little background there, I joined 2 days ago when one of the other Joes had to drop out due to some family issues. So I came in after the challenge, so I wasn't really aware of how the gameplay was going. Uh, but it is certainly commanding. When the Joes are meeting, we are often talking about what crops we need to gather, what ratios we need to plant them in, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's definitely added a challenge. And I'm glad Roadkill is good at math. So I'm sure not. Nope. 1 second. There we go. So long story short, to answer your question, yeah, it did change it. From what I understand before, it was a whole lot of bailing. Yeah, I'm glad to be part of it. Part of having videos for the Joe side of things. I had I'd say about 6 months or so, played around with getting streaming set up on YouTube so I could do a let's code together for Python for just something to do during quarantine. Uh, I never really got a chance to get that off the ground. So when I got invited to play in the Pros versus Joe's challenge, I thought, hey, maybe it would be a good idea to kind of showcase things from the Joe side, to where when we go look at this from a historical standpoint, we could kind of see what was happening on both sides at certain points of the competition. So yeah, it was cool. I'm glad I could be a part of that. And also in general, it's been pretty cool to take part in this. Um, I'd been playing Farm Sim for maybe about a year or so, but I never really got involved in the multiplayer. I've always kind of looked around for a good server, never really found one that really worked out well for me. But this has been great. I like the people. I like the competitive aspect to it. Um, even the folks on the other side are really really cool folk, really cool people, I should say. So it looks like I have about three, maybe 3.5 more rows of barley to plant, and I'll have maybe 20 minutes to do the soybean. Let me go ahead and check my notes real quick to see what I'll need. I have 3 rows of soybean to do. Darren says, remember oilseed radishes. Thanks, Darren. I almost forgot. All right. Okay, so Idle Beard came in to drop a GoPros. Uh, hey, good luck, Idle Beard. You have a good one. Thank you so much. I appreciate you subscribing. Well, everybody, welcome to my stream from Farmer Klein's stream. I appreciate you stopping by. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. I am very lucky to have 2 monitors, so I can follow along with that. So if you're just joining us, we're doing some planting. We selected the portion of the challenge that requires us to provide a certain amount of grain, 250 of a couple of different grains. So we're thanks, Darren. Yeah, so we're going ahead and putting that in the ground. We're planting the seeds for the barley right now. Have a few more rows of that to do. We got some soybean to do. One thing I did mention before is at 5:30 game time, I'm going to break away from this, and we have this field over here off in that direction that needs some mowing. We're going to mow it, bale it, and throw it in the BGA. Should be fun. Should take a while, but that's okay. It is not a school night, so to speak. All right. Done. Still getting the timing down on this particular seeder. It's a little bit slower than what I'm always expecting. So I always hit the ground maybe about a foot after the hedgerow. Sweet. Looks like we have the weeds catching up with us. What I might do, since I have a pretty full list of things to do before that, we might go ahead and just have Roadkill or Jamberry or whoever might hop on tomorrow. Just grab a sprayer and take care of that with some herbicide. This field is just way too big to go over with any of the weeders I'm willing to go over it with. So that'll work. 2.5 more rows here. And yeah, it'll be pretty close. So I might get 1 or 2 rows of bean in before I break off to do some baling. So to kind of go over the plan there, while cruise control does its thing. Right around here is where Roadkill left the mower. Pull that forward. The turn radius really lets us only do one every other row. So knock out the odd rows, then come around for the evens. Then I'll grab the trailer and pick up the bales. Should be a blast. So I'm wondering how everybody's doing today. If you want to drop in the chat, happy to hear from you. A lot of stuff left to do this evening, so it'll be nice to talk to people. It's going to be interesting. Be stopping going uphill here. Have to deal with the hill on my turn. There's just enough oomph. Well, no, actually that was pretty easy. Wait, nope, lost my traction there. Alright. Pull this forward a little bit. Back it up. Wait for it to get all the way down. And then there we go. Yep, so maybe just one more row. I don't think there will be a skip here. So the way we measured it was we used guidance steering. We set our width, and then we moved down the number of rows that our math had told us that we need to hit. So yeah, there shouldn't be a break here at all. This is overall a very nice way to do it. There is this hill over here on the highway. It's just before you get to the bridge over the moat. Uh, Before the contest is over, if there's time for us to do it and this field's not in use for anything, I want to flatten out this part here that leads up to it and just jump the highway. That would be fun. There was some... Yeah, it is a lot of math. There's some resource that Roadkill is using that basically is for a certain amount of area, how much seed you need to put in the ground to hit a certain amount of crop. You know, and it takes into account the level of weeds. You know, you make sure you have no weeds, the level of fertilization, and it gives you an expected crop yield. And yeah, we basically measured how many seed gets put in the ground per row, and then we just extrapolated from there how many rows down we need to go to meet our quota. Yeah, I was actually very surprised when I got on this team how much planning actually went into each thing. Like, we know how much we get when we bale the grass for a new plot of land. You know, we know how many sunflowers we were going to get. We actually got pretty close on that, within maybe 10,000 liters, if I remember correctly. A lot of math, very much a lot of math. But it's cool, you know, that really appeals to me. I One of the other things I enjoy doing is playing Pathfinder, which is D&D essentially, based on Dungeons and Dragons. And the math behind that, character building, different percentages of roll to achieve different results, has always been very fun to me. Alright, that was just about as right on as we could get. There's maybe about a row of overlap. That might have happened when, I don't know, maybe when we flipped around a few times when I was doing the headlands. No big deal there. So yeah, this is the area I was talking about just a minute ago. I want to cut off or flatten out this part right here, leave a nice ramp, and just jump across the highway over to the other side. That would be fun. One thing I want to do, of course, is to make sure there's no crops over there. The last thing I want to do is go running over crops on the pro side. Unless the game is over, of course, and then in which case I'm finding their growing field and I'm carving my name in it. Man can dream anyway. So we have about 18 minutes before bailing. Cool. You know, it's been a while since I looked, so I'm going to go ahead and go back over to screen here. We're going to check this. All right, well, earlier today, the pros were about 600,000 behind, which even earlier today, they were 1.1 million behind at the turn. So they're definitely bringing it in closer. But let's see what we could do about that, huh? I'm going to go ahead and finish up some baling, put some grass, turn it into silage with a wrapper, throw it in the BGA. I think someone mentioned, I think Farmer Klein mentioned on his stream, that really is the key to no man's land. And I can't help but agree. That's a right-on statement. Joe's. There it is. You know, one thing, I can't help but agree either. So, Feed saying maybe suggest to Raznik to have a ramp built. It would make for some decent content. Yeah, it would. I would really like to jump a few things. Like, there's a few places around the map where the moat is pretty crazy. So that would be definitely fun. Barring putting a ramp mod in, maybe, what I'd like to do is set up a silage bunker and drop enough chaff in there to make a good pile. And take a leveler, and there's a way to do a leveler where you can make a pretty decent ramp. I have a video on my channel of taking one of those TLX 2020 modular pickup trucks and jumping a silage ramp. That was fun. Alright, so those are our 19 rows of barley. We're going to go ahead and switch over to... Oh, what I pushed there. Yeah, we're switching over to soybeans. But we're not going to do that here. I'm going to pull this over here. Pull our ridge marker in. When I was fumbling around with the controller there, it kind of popped out on me. Go ahead and pull our GPS marker over. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so it looks like there was a short bit there where we pulled it a little further to the left than we wanted to. So I'm going to go ahead and cover over that. Alright. Go ahead and turn that on. Drop it down. And back to work with me. So we're putting soybean in the ground. Now we're going to do another 3 rows of this. Methinks. Yep, 3 more soybean. And then if we have any room after that, which, I don't think we will. I don't think we really will. We talked about putting a strip of grass between soybean and the barley that I just planted. But yeah, I don't think that's really going to happen. So get these next 3 rows in. Kind of sizing up my competition over here on the other field. We're picking up grass in bales. Fun. Nice thing is here, at least when I'm doing the bales, it's pretty straightforward. The thing turns like it has a 10-mile wide wheelbase, but it's real slick. It's a mower that does its own swathing, and then it feeds right into a bale handler that just bales it up and wraps it. So I think they call it a unirapper. That's part of the pack that I had to buy to get involved in the competition. So that's a bit of kit that I don't really have a lot of experience with, but oh boy, does it make it easier. Oh, forgot to close my cover there. There's still a lot of land up here. If we take a look at the map, there's 13 more fields that we have nothing to do with quite yet. And, frankly, at this late stage of the competition, I wonder if we will. Just if we might get into the last bits of land right towards the end there. Which will be cool. I mean, we're... Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, there we go. Alright, that was close. We might get into that right towards the end of the competition, just to get what we can from it and get it into the BGA, whatever might be there. That would be cool. So 10 more minutes until I cut off this and go to baling. I haven't really been timing how long it's been taking to get down a row, but I think we might do it. So it would be nice to get this done and get on to something else without having to worry about coming back to it. But I certainly don't want to run out of daylight. Things get a little sketchy when you're close enough to the moat to not really be able to see it. And then, yeah. So one thing I want to do is I want to, when I'm streaming, listen to tunes. Just have something nice going in the back. I know that if I play the wrong songs, I know YouTube could kick off on me. So I kind of want to avoid doing that. I think there's something called like royalty-free streams or something like that. If anybody knows anything about that, please go ahead and drop it in the comments. I'd be very interested in learning. I'm going to flip away from this screen for just a second. Okay. Oh no, overshot it. That's right, my headlands didn't come this far. Might have some splaining to Roadkill and Janberry about my driving in some of these scenarios. We'll see. Alright, cruise control set and off we go. Oh, have a good night, Fleet. Thanks for stopping in. Hmm. Now, I'm trying to remember if there's any more planting we want to do aside from this grass strip, which we can take or leave, I think. Well, yeah, I don't think I want to return this quite yet. We have 24 hours before we're charged another day for it, so we'll go ahead and leave that, and hopefully cooler heads will prevail there. And yep, we'll figure out what's going on with this machine tomorrow and make a decision then. So it looks like it will have a little bit of space for a grass strip. This is the third row of soybeans, so just pull one over. It's a very interesting pattern for how these weeds have dispersed or started popping up. I kind of gotta wonder what actually is the process behind that. So it does seem random, but they are very blocky. So I'm pretty sure these were planted north to south, like I'm running now. But all of the weeds started generating up here, but none of them are quite down south yet. Weird. Alright, so that's the soybean. Go ahead and turn this off for a minute. Something sure is going strange with my help menu. Yeah, okay, so I will not mess with this right now. I'm going to go ahead and flip over to the lawnmower and carry on down the road. Go ahead and start this up. GPS is on. It's following along the same path as we were before. Let's see. Yeah, so go ahead and turn on the mower. Baler is ready to go. We're good. Off we go. I'll have a good bit to pick up when I'm done. How about that? So it looks like this is the 12th row from where they started, or at least the 12th row from where it thinks they started. So we'll knock out the evens, swing back around and do the odds, And then once that's finished, we'll pick up the trailer and get the bales into the shed. So one of the rules of this particular competition is you can't unload directly into the BGA. So we won't be doing that. We'll load into this auto-loading shed that we have, unload from there, and then hopefully if it doesn't get too buggy, we'll use the grabber and start pulling them over into the BGA. And that is how you print money in No Man's Land. It's printed on rotten grass. Haha. I'll probably make it. Overcook that turn a little bit. I'll get it on the next one. Good. Put that away for right now. We're done with that. So we have about an hour before we start running out of daylight, and the way this works is once it reaches, I think, 9 o'clock, 9 p.m., so 2100 hours, it switches over into 120 times speed until it gets to midnight, and then it lasts through to about 7 a.m. the next morning. So I want to get as many bales as possible into the BGA before then. And during that 120 speed, it's great to get bales into the hopper because there's no bottleneck. With the BGA in this game, you can only put 80,000 units of silage in it, or silage, excuse me, we covered that earlier, silage. You can only put 80,000 in at any given time, so sometimes you end up dropping some in, and you could grab so many with the grabber that we have right now that you get to be a bottleneck, and you have to stack them up onto the intake, which doesn't always work. You end up with floating dinner mints. I mean, which is fine. You can use the same grabber to disrupt that and drop them in, but if we don't have to do that, I don't want to do that. Alright, so get down here to the digestate extension tanks. Run into them headlong and then flip it around. I want to make sure that I'm not backing into a bale. That will actually really complicate the matter. Just made it. Right, I'm gonna lift the mower to do this turn here. Yep, didn't make it. Go ahead and put that back down. Now, a really cool thing about this mower is that actually, if you look right in the between there, once it does the mowing, it puts the swath right in front of the baler. So the unibrow just does the trick. It gets it wrapped up so we don't have to wait for it to turn into silage in a silage bunker, which takes 24 hours. We don't want to do that, so baling was the way to go. So what's likely going to happen is I'm going to finish this row here, go all the way out to the outside so I can come along even with the side of the field. So I want to mow it now so I don't have to deal with it later. So I'll go along the side of the field, and what's likely will happen is I'll go all the way down past the farm and then alongside the farm on the other end, just to wrap around. And then once I get all that baled, that grass over there baled, I'm going to come back up and start doing the odd rows. That should work. Unless I misjudged how far that field is away, and then what I'll do is go over to the next even, and then go all the way down, and then flip over to the odds, and then go around on the odd passes. I don't think I measured that wrong, though. We'll see. Be right back. I'm just going to go ahead and get a quick drink. And I'm back. See, I'm wondering if, because I might, when I get over to the next row, I might have some overhang into the field, and I'm wondering how a mower handles crop destruction at this early stage of development there. We'll do a quick pass, see what happens. We'll go ahead and stop here while that last bale is being and this is one particular bird that just don't care. It needs a techno backbeat. I'm not that rhythmically inclined, so it's on its own. So yeah, it looks like it's just going to be a little strip there. That okay. So what I'll do is I'll get the odd. I'll get this last even pass, even row. I'll flip it around, come up the odd row going the other way alongside the field. And I'll have to figure out what to do from there. I might not be wrapping around right now. Actually, yeah, you know I will. Because if I'm judging this right, which most likely I'm not, I haven't so far, I'm just going to skim past our BGA extension tanks. Maybe have to do a little bit of a side hustle there to get past the vehicle workshop. Will I get past the cowl pins though? I do not know. Well, let's see. Ooh, nope. I'm gonna run right into the side of the cow field. Yeah, okay, sure. I mean, I'm not gonna leave it undone. If anybody has any ideas for how to go about this, let me know in the chat. Totally have no idea how many bales I have out here on the field right now. Wonder where this grass is coming from. Why it's not being picked up by the baler. Does this happen on any of the other fields? No, none of the other rows had it. Well, okay, so there's some right here. I can't help, man, maybe one of the other guys had the baler misconfigured. They did a little mowing without picking up the swath that generated. Don't know. It does look a little bit off of my center line, so that must have been from another day. Alright, we're gonna go off the script here. Cut off to the right. I'm gonna swing along the cow fields. Don't worry, the cows don't care. Nope, won't let me back up. Undercooked that turn. Um, Yeah, so what I might do is come down this way, swing around, go back the other way, just do the other lane from where I am now, and then swing around and start doing the odds out behind the farm. Yeah, that'll work. Go ahead and let that last bale drop. It's a wide left turn. I'm gonna flip over to the inside view for a minute. Sometimes it really helps me see the material that I'm working with that I don't get from the top-down view. Yep, clearing it. Cool. Alright, so what I'll do here, since I missed and missed badly, and I'm stuck. There we go. We'll do this. Back up. Push that bale around a bit. Swing out this way. Grab the grass there. If anybody wanted me to bail over that way, they would not have left a sprayer there. So it doesn't seem to hurt any crops, so I'm going to go ahead and swing around over here on this field. Back on track. Yeah, that worked out. So one thing I just noticed is that we'll have a few odd rows over here by the BGA extension tanks. So what I might want to do is once I get back over to here, I'm going to flip around and do some really small headland passes just to get around those without having to do too many crazy gymnastics. That'll work. Okay, so let's take a look at the map in the few seconds we have before I run off into the moat. Looks like we'll have 7 rows to do, plus that little bit of headland down by the BGA. Rather, the digestate extension tanks. Still have to figure out how to do this turn best. Maybe slow it down quite a bit. Kind of pick a way through it. It's kind of deceptive though, because it acts as if it's not going to make the turn, but then if you keep going through the turn, you come in too steep. So you have to actually back off on it at some point, but that point is sooner than you think. That's another thing. I have to ask about what this means. If you look in the lower right hand corner, you'll see two percentages. One's the baler and one's a mower. And I'm wondering if that's like a repair percentage, because if you look at the... No, it wouldn't be the repair percentage, because the maintenance that I'm seeing is for the mower, and that's well above 50%. Maybe it's the weight distribution or something. I don't know. I have to ask around about that, see if any of the pros know. So that is one of the interesting things about this particular contest, is that it was all put together by pros, people who play Farming Simulator like a lot. So they're really familiar with those quality of life mods that have been released, and far more so than me. So when I get in, some of them I'm just not familiar with, and they're a bit confusing. I'm not used to having a high quality of life in Farming Simulator, I guess. Am I going uphill maybe? I keep going back and forth between 4 and 5 miles per hour. And I think the baler has a faster working speed than what we're actually seeing here. I'll pop into the garage at some point and look into that. Alright, I'm going to do this short little headland here. Oh, I guess when you turn too steep, it leaves the trail behind you. Uh-oh, I'm going to leave a bale out on the field. I gotta remember to pick that up later. Alright, that worked. That worked better than I thought it would. Put my mower back down. Looks like there was a little bit left on one of these even passes. Don't know what that was about. What I'll do... I'm leaving another bale on the field. Go ahead and hit this real quick. Done. Good. I'll pick the lawnmower back up, and I'll keep the pickup for the baler down. Swing around here, grab this grass. I don't want to leave anything, out in the field. It's money. It's just not picking up easy. Swing around and give it another try. Should have got it. Good stuff. Alright, I am going to... Let's see. Yep, alright, so the next odd row is going to be over here. Go ahead and drop my mower. Line it up. Line it up. There we go. Turn it on. And off we go. Back on track. Yeah, so our next odd row is actually going to take us right into the side of the greenhouse. There's not much I could really do about that because the way the digestate tanks are positioned, there's really no way to get that. Oh, I missed the key combination for cruise control there. Yeah, so there's really no way to get it. What I might end up having to do is just check the store and see if they lease a weed eater to get the edges. So we got about another half an hour. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my stopwatch and time how long it takes to get down the next row. And then from there, I'll kind of be able to extrapolate how much time I have left on this field. Alrighty. So I know my phone probably has a stopwatch on it somewhere. It's a little ubiquitous. Ah, it's under the clock option. It's application. So the trick is to measure the next one, multiply it by 4, and I'll essentially just add another few minutes to it to account for making the turns and doing the extra length of some of the rows, and I'll get a good understanding. One thing I will say, if for any reason it starts to take me beyond maybe 6:30, I'm going to break off doing this and just go to collecting bales. So it does there are a lot of bales out here, maybe 5 or 6 trips with a trailer, maybe more. And that's a little sketchy to do sometimes in the dark. So we'll see how that plays out. Man, that mower sure is pretty. You know, Roadkill was mentioning that it kind of looks like a snail. From the side, I guess it kind of does. Missing the swirly pattern, though. Ah, I think I figured out how to smooth out those turns. Awesome. Oh, I forgot to turn on the stopwatch. So we'll add about 5 seconds to whatever we come up with on the stopwatch. You know, I'm not trying to schedule this down to the second, but just kind of more get an idea of what I'm looking at. So we're about 1 minute and 15 seconds now. You know, that strip of grass is bugging me. Let's see if I could see if it's there before. I can't see anything, so I'm gonna say I'm definitely leaving it. Oh, so it looks like it's going so fast that it can't pick up all the grass there. So what I'm gonna do is pull down the cruise control a little bit. See if that helps with the pickup. Ah, that's pretty much it. So, well, it's still leaving some, but not as much. Oh, lag spike. You know, it's not like I'm getting paid by the hour, so I'm going to go ahead and pop this back up to the top. And then I'll just make a pass with the tractor if I have daylight enough left. Alright, we're just passing 3 minutes. And we're just impacting the side of the... Now, so it's 3 minutes, 9 seconds. So we got 4 more to do. So that's I'll throw some math in there for the turns. So about 15 more minutes. So even if it takes as long as 20, it still gives us some daylight left to collect the bales. Good stuff. I'm making a mess. I'll get that when I'm done. Now, while I'm thinking about that, let's take a look at the garage. So this is a fast bale, not a uniwrap. It has a working speed of 11 miles per hour, and the mower has a working speed of 24 miles per hour. Why am I only doing 5 miles per hour? Well, Maybe it's a horsepower issue? No, this just has 449 horsepower. That is not a horsepower issue. Terrain? No, it's not especially hilly. Oh, maybe it's a repair issue. Let me go ahead and drop this over here. I'm gonna take a minute since I haven't. I seem to have enough time before daylight's over. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this over to the repair shop to see if this is something I could troubleshoot. This is if, you know, throwing a repair on it speeds it up. That's definitely worth it. I don't know how the repair works on balers, so I might. Speed varies with the yield of the crop. Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right on with that. This was looking a little beat up, so go ahead and put the repair on it nevertheless. So yeah, though I am pretty sure you're right on. You are right on with that, Dave. That it was the amount of grass that I was trying to pick up that was slowing down the machine. Go ahead and start everything back up. Yep, back down to 5. Same thing. Okay, no problem. So that's cool. I learned something today. Um, and that's a good sign. I go a little bit slower, but I'm definitely getting a little more grass and more silage as a result. Cool. So I've got 3 more rows of this. I think I might call it there. Do these rows and not necessarily worry about the. Oh no, actually I already did the rows up front, so that's all good. So I have these 3 rows, and then I can go ahead and start collecting with the trailer. Now from there, I'll throw them into the shed, and then from the shed, I'll load them out onto the road or the. Oh, the slab, the concrete slab. I'll load them out in front of the shed, and then I'll load them into the BGA. And you know, at that point, I think I might call it a stream and call it an evening. There are some other things we could do. We could throw some herbicide over here on this field, though I think we want all the weeds to grow in so we could get them all at once. There's another layer of fertilizer we could go ahead and put over on the field directly to the south of us, but we have some time on that too, and to be honest, there's got to be something for me to do tomorrow. or else, I will get bored. So let's not do that. And Roadkill and Jamberry are both going to be back on fairly early in the morning, considering where I am. I'm over in the Eastern Time Zone, so they're going to be on early. So I don't want to take up all the good jobs to do. So I'm going to call it as soon as I'm done bailing and loading. I'm going to take this off of GPS for a while. Alright, that lag is something else. Oof. That was interesting. I don't know if that was just too much trying to happen for me being in the first person view or what. But yeah, it started jumping around pretty wild there. Go ahead and try this again. Now, one thing I will say is being in first person view and doing grass with this mower, it's hard to kind of key in on a point of reference to stick with the center part of the section that I'm mowing. Like I'm here right now, and I kind of generally see that there's grass to the right of me. Joker, there's grass to the left of me, grass to the right, and here I am stuck in the middle with you guys. Right on. So that being said, I don't know how far. There's no point of reference further to the left or further to the right to make me aware that I'm actually in the middle where I'm supposed to be. It's very different from harvesting, say, corn that has a very defined center. You put the snoot and you hit the gas and you go. Sun's getting low. There we go. I think that last row goes down a little ways. Yeah, it does. Sure does. So, oh, you know what? I'm not going to worry about the little bit of grass down here. No, not really. I might be able to get one or two extra bales out of there. Oh, I don't even know if I have access to that land, actually. I'm not going to worry too much about it. But this road goes all the way down, and the rest of the grass is... This little part right here is in the cow field. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. Be kind of hard to get a riding mower in with the cows. The cows will not like it. Besides, I'll have plenty of work to do out here, picking up all these bales. Roadkill really knocked out a lot of mowing before he switched over to the planting part of things, or fertilizing rather. So yeah, I didn't, in the grand scheme of things, have a whole lot to do. I gotta wonder, you know, I think I'm doing about 8 bales a row, maybe 7 bales a row. Given the how low the sun's getting, I wonder if it's just be smart to just grab a trailer and get as many collected as I can, or if I should kind of putz along up a row, just collect them one by one. If I do it linearly, at least I know where the next one will be. But if I do them at speed, I run the risk of going into the moat, but it would be a lot quicker. I could thin out the number of bales to collect faster. So that's what I did yesterday in this field over there, over yonder, and that worked out pretty well. But there are pluses and minuses to both. If I was much more crunched for time, I would be making a mad rush and driving like a madman to get bales. But I don't think I'm as crunched for time today as I was last night. Okay, got it. Getting the hang of those turns. I didn't leave a whole pile of grass behind me either. Go me. Alright, so I know I'm going to be flying a little close to the farm here. So let's see how this looks like it's going to play out. So I don't really see any conflict with the bale shed, so that's good. And someone left a mess. Wonder who that could have been. It was me. I'll clean it up. Yeah, and there's that. So there's some grass here. And it looks like I'll only be able to collect about up to here of this grass. So, you know, it's not much. It's not going to take me a lot of time. So I'll go ahead and do that. It's going to be one pass with the mower anyway. Cool. I'll go ahead and take a look at the map real quick, see what's up over here. See, I was mentioning earlier about how the pattern of weeds. It's very interesting. When Jamberry planted this, and then when I planted it afterwards, we were going north to south. And the weeds are coming in a really weird angle. Maybe it has something to do with how it was weeded or herbicided the last time, or it could have something to do with how the digestate was sprayed. how the fertilization happened. I'm not too sure about that. That's something that'd be interesting to run up a test map, do different things, different lime application patterns, different fertilizer application patterns to see how it affects the various growth stages. I know the growth stages of the crop will be like the same all the time. I think it happens at like 6 a.m. and 12 a.m. or some times like that. And the whole field or the whole section of field, as long as they were planted around the same time, will turn over. But the weeds are interesting. Like on No Man's Land on my local save, they always start from the north and then load up going south. Which is interestingly also the way I plant. So that could have something to do with it as well. I am certain someone has a very fascinating YouTube video about how that works. So because of the angle here, it's not really letting me get a good mow. So it's probably why it still exists. Getting something though, I just dropped a bale. That's cool. Okay, going to drop this bale, turn off the mower, pull the flaps up. Okay, I'm going to stage this here, turn it off because gas ain't cheap. We'll leave that there. Is that the wheel loader? Oh, it's a Challenger. I don't know when we got that. Okay, yeah, so go ahead and drop the weight. Oh. Swing this around, pick it up. I'm not leaving it in that field. No. With my luck, it'll decide to grow, like right then and there. And I don't think we have communal tires on here. Or, not communal tires, narrows. I don't think we have narrows there. Done. Cool. Turn that on for a second. Go ahead and drop the mower here. Turn that on too. And off we go. I'm going to call it a mulligan on that. I'll take a one-shot penalty and turn the mower on. Moving right along. Love the working with on this mower. This is about as far as I thought we'd get. And it's still letting me pick up grass. That's pretty cool. Yep, and we're cut off. So go ahead and turn the mower off. Drop that last bale. And we're done with the mowing. I'm gonna go ahead and park this back over by the farm, grab one of the tractors and the bale trailer. Now the bale trailer lets us get 24. So we'll have a few trips to do. Occasionally we can snag one extra one. So I like to do that. It keeps it interesting. It's like one of those fun kind of mind games to keep you from falling asleep at the controller. Where's that one that we just had? Yeah, there we go. We'll use this one. I'll put the grabber over here by the weight so we can find it later. Let's see, 35 liters of gas. I put some gas in here before we started working on the field today. Then we ended up not really using this for much field work. So we have plenty of gas left in here today. Excellent. Pick that up. Drop this. We'll pull back on the camera just a little bit. I'm going to swing down this way first. I know I left a few bales out on fields, and I don't necessarily want to do that. Not that I think that we're going to sprout anytime soon, but just irksome. It irks me for some reason. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze for a moment. I remember leaving another one in a field somewhere. I don't know if it was the sunflower field to the right or the soybean field to the left. I don't see it now. It could be a function of my draw distance, which is admittedly low right now. That really does make baling tough. I didn't really think about that before I started, but I really need to increase the draw distance on this particular computer, just to make it easier to see where there are bales and where I need them to be. So since we're doing so good on daylight hours, what I'm going to do is just going to go up the rows and pick up bales when I find them. It's a little bit slower, but I know where everything will be, because we generally work on rows. Excuse me. We generally work on rows, so yeah, they're going to be right in front of us. On the bright side, they seem to be spread out enough to where I'm not going super slow all the way down the row. That's nice. I like that. Oh, doing a little bit of juggling there. There we go. You know, I never tried this in first person. Um, I don't know how well I'll do with the offset of the. Oh, we got lucky there. I don't know how well I do with the offset of the collector. And I certainly don't know how well I'll do near the moat. Come to think of it, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do in third person near the moat. Alright, there's 24 bales. I'm going to go ahead and see if we could snag one in the collector for our lucky bale. And bring them in. I'm going to try for maybe the last one I could see, so as to not cause any issues. Ah, I see. I know what must be done. Got it. Lost it. Do a little bit of cleanup here. My kingdom for a sillage level. Oh, nope, snag the grapple. Oh, lost it there. Put it around a little further. I'm gonna have to move that weight. It's okay, but it's just a distraction that I don't need. I'll do it on the next run. I'm gonna drop the trailer back down. Off to the next. A bit of a lag spike, 33. Oh, game got saved. It's good. Everything we've done so far is in the books. Slow it down. There we go. Alright, that's that row. I'm gonna pull it around for the next one. Let's see, the stream's been going 3.5 hours so far. I got in to the game about 6 p.m., 5 p.m., shortly after work. So this has been a good run. 7.5 hours of farm work. Now I did get some recording of the farm work that we did on that field off in the distance there. A lot of fertilizing. So what I might do is put together a quick time-lapse video, kind of a recap what the Joes did. So I don't know. I might do that. I have to knock the dust off of what I know about Caden Live. A an open source video editor. I heard a lot of nice things about DaVinci Resolve. I know there are some streamers who are using that for their editing, but I don't know much about it. It would be a learning curve, and by the time I learn everything I need to know about that to actually edit a video, the contest would probably be over. And our lucky bale. This is kind of stuck on there, so let's see if it lifts it up. Sometimes, nah, it didn't do it. Sometimes you could get the bale in such a way where it's kind of supported by the collector. You could pull the collector up and it'll put it on the trailer for you. And it does a decent job of holding it. But if I could get a bale in the collector, that's my lucky bale. If I could get a bale up onto the trailer, it's my really lucky bale, and I probably shouldn't bother playing the lotto because I'm not winning. There we go. Off to the next row. So that's give or take, I think, about 75 so far. Not too shabby. On the next pass, I'm going to stop, check the supply of bales in the shed, and compare them to what we have out on the field. If we're getting close to the amount of bales it would take to fill the shed, I'm going to go ahead and start unloading some of the bales and put them into the BGA to make room. The rules of the competition are basically that we can't unload directly into the BGA. We have to unload into the shed and then go from the shed to the BGA using the loader. So we have to make sure that there's plenty of room in the shed. I'm going to do a quick swipe up the moat just to make sure there are no bales hanging around over here. I don't think there are. I don't think there should be. There's the strip of... Yeah. You know, depending on how quick I can get the bales into the BGA, I'll go ahead and take a swipe with the planter on that patch of field. There's no sense in just letting it sit fallow. We went to all the effort to spray digestate on it. So we'll throw grass on there. That was actually a good idea by Roadkill. Yeah, we should get 2 stripes on there. Cool. Oop. Overcooked that turn. Starting to get an understanding of the rhythm of this pickup. So I can... get my speed to where it needs to be to get to the next bale just as it hits the ground. That's handy. Alright, no time for a lucky bale this pass, so just going to go ahead and bring it in. Throw it into the loading position, or unloading position rather. Ah, so you don't have to back it all the way up into the shed. That's pretty cool. Alright, cool. That's excellent. Less posts for me to hit, the better. No, 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 collector, you're going back down. You're not done yet. Oh, you know, I meant to go check the amount of bales I have left in the shed. Visually, it looks like we have plenty of room. By the time this fills up, it'll be out to maybe past this second post here. So, let's take a look. There's the trigger. So yeah, 121 bales, which is 29%. Plenty of space. Back to the grind. Whoops. There we go. Oh, I see what's messing up my timing here. Whenever it does that third bale, it has to shift them back. And that alters the timing just a little bit, which is causing me to juggle some of the bales. Cool. Know to watch out for that now, like right now where it shifts back. Well, I don't know, it kind of shifts back. I have to watch that animation because it looks like it shifts back as the collector comes back down. And there's something there that's also causing an issue. Let's watch this. Oh, okay, so it's the thing that pushes the bales back has to come back forward for me to be able to pick up another bale. Alright, alright. So watch out for that. Alter my timing just a little bit on the third one. Like this one a little bit. I'll need to slow it down. Yeah, not bad. Okay, I could work on that. I am by no means a perfect player of this game, for certain. I definitely belong on the Joe's team. I have the capacity to do some very Joe things. But I'm learning. One nice thing about this competition, it gives me the motivation to play a little longer than I otherwise normally would during the course of the day. And I found those 2 extra bales that were out on the soybean field. I see where they were now. I knew they were out here somewhere. But yeah, the fact that I'm able to put in the hours like this on this competition, it's letting me key in on some of the things about my gameplay that is either super inefficient or could be better. Makes better use of some of the expansion packs or mod packs. That sort of thing. Which has been kind of cool. And another thing is it exposes me to some of the players that have been playing this for a really long time and are are very good about it. They're very analytical players. Um, some players who are very popular have very popular YouTube streams. So they must be doing something right in this game. And yeah, it's some pretty good exposure there to those kinds of people, and who are kind of really good at this game that I've really come to like playing. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and swing this around, unload the next one, and then it looks like, and I'm doing some very off-the-cuff math here, that is not at all scientific. I'll probably have 3 more passes with this trailer, maybe 4, before I'm done. Oh, wait, get in there. Oh no. Alright, I'll have to figure out something to do about that one bale. Yeah, so it looks like I have 3 or 4 more passes with this trailer before I'm done. But it looks like I'll have just enough light to do that. You know, I thought it was going to get dark about 6:30. I thought it got dark about 6:30 yesterday, but it might have been 7:30. And if 7:30, and I know it was one of the 30s, I have 45 minutes, so I don't have to set any land speed records in a stayer, which is good. I still want to be efficient about this and swift, so I'm going to keep working on my timing to try to get that right with how it interacts with the bale collector versus how it interacts with the part that pushes the bale back. And I know that animation I was talking about a little bit before is a bit slower, so I have to let it come forward and then boom, back to speed. So 1, 2, slow it down a little bit, hit the gas, 3, this is going to take a little longer, so let that come forward, and then boom, it's getting there. That's 1, 2, 3, slow it down, 2. I got a little time here, so the animation will probably finish up by the time I get there. Ah, floored it all the way to the bale. Awesome. Flip around here. Too fast. Alright, we're going back in. That's our 24. See if we can snag one for our lucky bales. No. Oh, wait. We have one more contender. No, too fast. Too slow. I think I might have had all the lucky bale luck I'm going to have for the night. Put that collector back down. We're not quite done yet. Might just be me, but it does look like the shadows are getting a little longer. So I'm definitely going to hustle to get some of these bales. Quick as I can. Slow it down a bit. Swerve. All right. Uh-oh. Ah, we have Nuka-Cola 10 coming in. All right. So getting on down the road here. Last two rows. Doing a little bit of coordination here. Let's see, while I'm here, I might as well go ahead and drop into the shed. Come on, there you go. Come on, off you go. All right, so we got Nuka-Cola coming in to help out. Fantastic. Now Nuka-Cola's a much longer player, so he knows what he's doing. Or she, for that matter. I'm not entirely sure about that. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the rest of these bales, get them into the shed so they could get off to the BGA and start printing our money. So at this point, what I'm hoping this does is allows us to get a bit of, well, I don't know if it'll help us keep our lead over the pros, but hopefully it still leaves us in a maintainable position where we can have a few of the irons that we have in the fire pan out and allow us to regain our lead when it comes time to do so. So So one thing I have noticed about this team, and it doesn't seem to be about a steady income stream. We have, irons in the fire that take some time to mature, and then when they do, we throw a lot of manpower at it to get it to where it needs to go, and then kind of profit off of that. Thank you. And it is different from how the pros are doing it, from what I've seen on some of the live streams that are happening, but it seems to be working well for us. We've been hanging in there. Now that I'm passing by, one of the things I think I want to go ahead and try to do is just double check the levels of material we have in the greenhouses. I'll turn my help menu on for that. We're about half in each, so what I'll do before I head off for the night, I'll take care of the greenhouses and I'll take care of the cows. Basically what I did for Joran in the stream yesterday. So I'm going to try something different here to give Nuka-Cola all the room they need to work. I don't know if this will work, but it seems to be that as long as the bales get somewhere near that front section of the shed, it seems to be happy. So I'm going to see if this works. Come in from the side here. Alright on. So part of this going into the operating position is this collector shoots down. I don't even think I need to be that far. And gonna unload here. Hey, it worked. Pull forward. Did it work? A couple of them disappeared, but I don't know where the... Yeah, there we go. I'll have to figure out a way to kick those around until they disappear. That was pretty successful. About the best I could expect to do. Alright, like good southern bales. I'll just have to jiggle the handle a little bit. Stay out of Nuka-Cola's way. Now that grabber is like super efficient, but it is a pain to actually get the hang of. You have to have it just straight on. No one part of it can be too far ahead of the other, or else it just starts knocking over your pile, basically. Oop. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nuka-Cola. Alright, and I'm on to the next thing. I'm going to go ahead and park this back over here. And one of the things I needed to do is put that last strip of grass. Put the last strip of grass down with the planter here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this around. I'm going to check what I could get away with here. I could get one there, and yeah, I'm not going to be able to get two. I'm going to do 1.5. I want to see if it wastes seeds if I do any overlapping. Another thing I need to do is change the seeds. So, let's see. Alright, so, one thing I have noticed about this game is it's starting to give me the help menu for a PlayStation controller, which I don't have. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but it sure is on occasion annoying. I have to hit the something on the keyboard to get it looking, well, something usable, because it's not at all right now. Looks like I might be on our soybean a little bit. Nope, that is 56k. Has to be below 56k to accept the whole batch. Alright, so it looked like I was getting a little overlap there, so I'm pulling the GPS off to the side a little bit so we're not taking out our barley. Or rather, we're not taking out our soybeans with grass. Yeah, that thing that Nuka-Cola mentioned about it only taking 80k at a time is the exact reason why it doesn't make sense to have two of us work on it, even though that's what I intended to do. Because mostly what we're doing right now is planting, fertilizing. So that's like throwing bales into the BGA is pretty. You do it the same way any day you do it. So that allowed us to get Nuka-Cola going with the minimum amount of explanation possible. So once they hit that, I'm going to put this grass down, and it's likely going to start getting dark by then. So we are throwing a lot of digestate into the mixer. So I'm gonna grab that, and I'm gonna finish the application of fertilizer to these 4 fields down here, and then depending on how much we have left, I'm gonna go ahead and hit our soybeans and barley with yet more digestate. Now, depending on how much we have, we may have to go get dry fertilizer. But you know what? No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use up the digestate that we have. And then if we want to put dry fertilizer on it, we could do that tomorrow morning. Happily, this is not a seasons game, so we have plenty of time to put fertilizer on it. We can do it up to the second, into the second growth stage. So we're good there. Go ahead and drop this. Gonna run it right alongside. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this strip in. It's been a 4-hour live stream. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for as long as you did. You guys have been awesome. I appreciate any of you who have jumped into the chat to interact with me. You helped me get through these long days. I'm glad you're watching Pros vs. Joes. I'm glad you're watching some of the streams that are involved in it. And let us know if you have any questions. And y'all have a good evening.